Hello and welcome one and all, this is Old School Gamer 1971 here, Millie, Lloyd, everyone, hope you're all having a great day. If you would, please like and comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Support the channel and help it grow. Today's thoughts is on Yakuza Kiwami 2. I've been playing this game for around 3 hours and this is what I think. Oh yeah, and Sony acquired Insomniac Games yesterday. This is fantastic news for a PlayStation owner. They've made Ratchet & Clank, the Resistance series, all fantastic games. But last year they made the Spider-Man game. And my god, is that such a really good game. Anyway, I look forward to seeing what they can do with a PlayStation 5. The developer is headed by the same person who headed the original Yakuza game for the PlayStation 2, Toshihiro Nagoshi. As the team has grown, the name has changed, starting off as NER&D, also known as CS1 R&D. They are now known as Ryu Ga Gotoku Studio. They've not only just worked on the Yakuza series, however, they've also worked on Super Monkey Ball, Binary Domain and Fist of the North Star, and have also suggested recently that they would like to try something else. The developer shares the same name as the game in Japan, Ryu Ga Gotoku. Their latest game is based in the same universe as Yakuza, Judgment, which was released in 2018, and at this time the 3rd, 4th and 5th entry are being ported to the PlayStation 4, and I am happy to announce that yesterday the pack is on the store. The developer is headed by the same person who headed the team which made the original Yakuza game for the PlayStation 2, Toshihiro Nagoshi. As the team has grown, their name changed, starting off as NER&D, also known as CS1 R&D. They are now known as Ryu Ga Gotoku Studio. They've not only just worked on the Yakuza series, they've also worked on Super Monkey Ball, Binary Domain and Fist of the North Star, and wish to develop more projects in the future. The developer shares the same name as the game in Japan, Ryu Ga Gotoku. Their latest game is based in the same universe as Yakuza, Judge Eyes, which came out in 2018. At this time the 3rd, 4th and 5th entry are being ported to the PlayStation 4, and I am hoping for a Western release. A year has passed since Kazuma Kiryu left his former life in the Yakuza. He's called back to life when the 5th chairman, Yukio Terada, is murdered by assassins from their sworn enemies, the Omi Alliance, a rival organisation. Kiryu returns to his old hunting ground, Kamurocho. He is looking for a new chairman for the Tojo clan and hopefully avert all-out war between the Tojo clan and the Omi Alliance, leading to a confrontation between himself and the legendary dragon of Kansai, Ryuji Goda of the Omi Alliance. With a gang to run, a cabaret club to manage, there is so much for you to do. So is this Yakuza Kiwami 2 70s Kung Fu? Or is this Yakuza Kiwami 2 70s Icky Thump? Yay, it's a goodies reference. The graphics look great. It started off as a PlayStation 2 game, and Sega again have proven themselves so talented, updating not just the in-game but the cutscene with the same quality across the board. The textures, clothing, fire, conversations and combat all look great, and not forgetting the animation just looks amazing. Knowing that 3, 4 and 5 are on the way, come on now, please confirm Dead Souls, are all on my radar and I can't wait. The animation is fluid in and out of combat, whether you're walking the streets, gestures in conversations or cutscene, it draws you in and adds to that atmosphere. With this being the latest entry into the franchise, excluding Judgment, this looks the most polished, yet they stayed with the same setting. This was the right thing to do. The city looks amazing and familiar. I was happy to get this in a sale. It's fantastic Sega want the whole saga on the PlayStation, and I can't wait to get Judgment and Shenmue 3 later in the year. The arcade games are spot on, and adding those mini games. If open world is your thing, this could be the series for you. If you can get over the subtitles, or subtitles are your thing, then this game could definitely be for you.
こうだ。近江連合ぐらいはご存知でしょうが、日本で一番有名な大門ですさかいに。ああ。で、お名前は
？Again, the Japanese voiceover is great. You can hear the emotion in their voices. It's one of the things I hate is we end up with dubbing, but then they sort of cheapen it by not getting good actors involved or bothering about the emotion in the voices. Occasionally though, dubbing can work, just not very often. This is one of those times that I feel that the language is better, as it sounds more aggressive, and we sound too politically correct. This does not fare well for a story such as this. Musicality in the game is great, it helps set the mood, and I don't just mean for tension, for happiness, sadness, anger and melancholy. A lot of games do not take the time to do this. Here it is used to great effect in game and cutscene. The city also sounds as good as it looks, with a Hummler city in the background and the voices of its inhabitants adding to the chorus. The arcades also sound fantastic and hold so much nostalgia for me. This game has fantastic characterization amplified by the actors that bring this fantastic story to life. At first glance, not a lot has changed, just tighter and improved to the uninitiated. There is a lot to do in the city. Mini-games and side quests can take up days of your life. I love the arcades, with arcade perfect versions of Virtua Fighter 2 and Cyber Troopers Virtual On. There's also Create a Clan here from Yakuza 6, allowing you to choose how they visually look and play a few RTS style missions. Cabaret Management is here from Yakuza 0, run a cabaret club, recruit the girls deciding on their appearance and play through some side quests, with darts, golf, mahjong and karaoke to fill your time, not forgetting some of those side quests are crazy. All this is some of what makes up the game's charm. The combat uses the Yakuza 6 combat, which is a good thing as it is fluid and makes the combat easy to get into. PS, there's even a mini game for urinating called Toilets. I will let you find out about this little gem for yourselves. This is what we really want from our open world games. Stuff to do, for the days where the main story just won't cut it. They could have been lazy, but again they have shown their love for the franchise. I've always felt invested in Kiryu's story. There is something about it that draws me in. It is well written, and considering how many games there's been, 7 main entries and games based in the same universe, at heart it may be a beat 'em up, but it goes hand in hand with the storytelling. This is the story of revenge, and you feel that story as you right those wrongs and show honour, and as you try to do right, when it would sure as hell be easier to do wrong. But the city is the icing on the cake. You interact with people to get side quests. Some of them are funny, some of them you're helping out people with real life problems, and some is just craziness. All of which are stories that you feel a little bit invested in and involved to a degree. This all comes together to make a great atmosphere. As per usual, this is a 3-hour review going on 6 hours. I can't help it. I just look at the clock and I find I've been playing for 6 hours. This is easily my favourite entry so far by the gameplay alone. Favourite story is Yakuza 6. They use the same engine as Yakuza 6. This works really well, but it does keep the same atmosphere as the original Yakuza 2. This is a series that I'm waiting for those last few games so I can start a playthrough of the story from beginning to end. Sega have done a great job with bringing the series to a new audience. It does look and feel like a kung fu movie from the 1970s. Its story also keeps in with the genre. I hope that someone watching this takes a chance on the series, as it has gave me so many hours of enjoyment over the years, and I know I will be getting hours more. So Yakuza Kiwami 2 Kung Fu it is. If you are hearing this, you've made it all the way to the end of the video. Well done. Give it a thumbs up and comment if you enjoyed the video. Please share as it helps the channel grow and improve. Enjoy your day. Old School Gamer 1971 signing off.